Hello, people. We are back. It's another episode of Never a Foul. Of course, I'm joined by Jay. I'm joined by Cass. Ches should be in a minute, but there's a lot to talk about. First of all, make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe and all that good stuff. And also, make sure you subscribe to me and Jay and follow us up on all socials and all that good stuff as well. Cass, you must. You must. And if you don't you must. Are you telling me?
Must what? I'm ill, bro.
You thought, wait, that doesn't wait. That mattered. You're meant to say something that matters.
I'm ill. You can hear my voice. I'm ill.
Yeah, great. I'm tired. We're all tired. I'm tired of being crap. In fact, I'm not tired of it. I'll never be tired of it. But still, you must. Being ill doesn't change the fact that you must.
No. It is what it is. We got Bayern tonight, and we'll see what kind of lineup they go for. After getting slapped, I reckon they go for a strong lineup. I can't lie, man.
Yeah,
Bayern got slapped a little bit, like at the weekend.
Yeah, they got
5-1.
It was GBH. It was GBH. So. They got hurt
when the guy's getting punched up with like fight back. Fight back.
I was watching it and I was saying, like, listen, 5-1, yeah. Is that like, if you're a United fan, do you feel confident because they lost 5-1? Or do you think they're gonna lay some hands on you tonight in revenge kind of thing?
Well, it goes to show though, like Bayern's defense ain't all that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, they do concede a fair few goals. Like, do you know what I mean? It's a bit weird. Like, I think any team can get got at, man.
Any team that employs Upamecano, you always have a chance. I've said this for about a while now. So when it's De Ligt and Kim playing, I don't think it's that bad. But anytime Upamecano is playing, I'm looking at that thinking, yeah.
Well, I can't lie. De Ligt is a fraud, man, as well.
What about Upamecano's Caucasian brother, Gavadio? People were talking a bit spicy on my name last week when I mentioned Gavadio, and 1 week is a hell of a time in football, isn't it? It's a long time in football.
Is it a bit spooky? It's a little bit spooky.
What's on top for today's show, then, boys?
Say again.
What's on the roster for today's show, then?
So of course, Man United versus Bayern. Of course, Eric Ten Hag has to win. Poch asked for more Chelsea signings, but obviously there's the breaking news as well. Kaz, you want to say? Is anyone on the breaking news?
Don was getting a hard on about it. So
yeah, was it Osimhen or what? I don't even. The thing is Chelsea's real championship starts in January when the transfer window opens again.
Yeah.
Everything we're doing right now is just. This is their pre-season. That's when they're looking to really get started. So, what is the breaking news? Indulge me, enlighten me.
Well, for Chelsea, the ones that I've just seen as well is obviously Reece James. That's now confirmed to be a hamstring injury. So he's done.
Again, another one.
Yeah, hamstring.
I've been telling, like, bro, Chelsea fans need to get their head out of the pot. That it's like Liverpool fans with Thiago, innit? It's just let it go, bro. Like, it's time to let it go. You got to move forward as a club. He's never going to be fit. How old is Reece James, anyways? By the way,
he's in 24.
24, going on 25 years of age. I can't lie. Yeah, has he had over 100 caps at Chelsea yet?
I mean, he's definitely. I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised if he played 60 games in the last 3 seasons in the Premier League.
Let's get some facts up. This ain't even about Reece James. Let's be real. You know what? Chelsea got more pressing matters from what you just told me as well.
From what Matt Law has to say.
Yeah. But have you not seen that flip flop from Matt Law? Like, it's almost like he's lost his sources or something, and man's just going in on Chelsea. Like, I remember when Boehly first took over, he was really he was waxing lyrical about the approaches, Mr. Loophole, Boehly, and now every day he's crashing it on them. I click on a Matt Law article and he's kicking the shit out of Chelsea.
He's had 106 appearances in the Premier League.
That's horrible.
He played 7,365 minutes. And that's over a course of 4 seasons.
Can never be your star boy.
I mean, we're getting onto Luke Shaw for the exact same thing at one point.
Wait, no, hold on. Oh yeah, but Luke Shaw's like 27
No,
now,
he's
isn't
not.
he?
He's my age roughly, about 27, 28.
Yeah.
How many
So
appearances does Luke Shaw have? How many?
Yeah.
And then deduct 3 seasons. Deduct the last 3 seasons of it.
Luke Shaw and
Honestly, I
Reece
want to see
James
something.
are kind of similar in terms of durability, aren't they? Somewhat. Luke Shaw might even be a little bit more durable.
he
I
is
just
he
want to
is
see,
more durable.
but Luke Shaw's ones weren't like niggly injuries. Luke Shaw's generally
The
had
thing is,
he's had 2 leg breaks, bro.
the thing is, he's had 245 appearances. I don't know how many over Man United exactly. He's had 267 appearances for Man United. He's got 29 assists.
And he had a
overall.
dirty leg break as well, to be fair.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Nine-
Two leg. Well,
In
one leg break was
by the Premier League, he's nearly got 20,000 minutes under his belt. I can't lie. After like nearly enough 10 years, that's poor as well.
I mean, but 20,000 minutes. Didn't you just say Reece James had like 7?
Yeah.
So Luke Shaw's got nearly 3 times the amount of minutes.
No, I'm going to do the maths. So of course,
Okay.
I've got Luke Shaw's appearances up right now for Man United. I'm just right now. So while you lot are just talking about this, I'm quickly going to deduct the 3 seasons. So back to when he was 24. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to deduct that all. So you guys just give me 2 minutes while I'm going to deduct this. And if it's anywhere near or above Reece James, we're having words. Because I'm telling you, Reece James just works. Reece James actually just works from home. He works from home. He's a remote worker. He's not a footballer. He works from home. That's what it is right now. That's what it is. Yes.
But no, my man's career is going down the drain. If there's any Chelsea fans in here, honestly, you need to start thinking, would you sell him? If a club came in for 50, 60 million, yeah, are you selling him? Because he's not worth anything more.
I mean, you're just going to get into this cycle of constant hope. First of all, if he doesn't have surgery, he's got to be sold. Like, that's rule 1. The guy's got to get... At this point, your body cannot be trusted to heal this hamstring properly. You need to get surgery. Yeah,
is that what he's refusing?
Well, I don't... Listen, I don't know the ins and outs, but all I know is that he hasn't had surgery on this hamstring yet, and it's been a reoccurring injury. So one would think that he's maybe not having surgery because he doesn't want to be out or the impact of surgery. But from my point of view, it's just like the guy needs surgery. Like I think his sister had a similar injury, and she got surgery. So,
well, if he's refusing surgery, then that's down to him, innit? Like honestly, that's really. It doesn't matter if he's rejecting it. If he's rejecting it, that means you still should be selling him because he's rejecting what's better for the club and himself. But anyways, yeah, man.
And look at it. But also, Kaz, you got to understand, he's the club captain as well. And obviously, there's small immaturity things there as well in terms of, the sending off. I don't know where I stand on the Christmas party. I think on the one hand, it's a Christmas party. Do you know what I mean? Like, let them live their lives. On the other hand, going partying in central London after you've lost to Everton, after you've lost to United, the optics aren't good. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know where I stand on it really. Yeah, maybe they should have just done a quiet dinner or something rather than going to like a VIP nightclub. But I don't really know. I'm on the one hand, I don't want to say footballers have to just live vicariously through just playing football all the time and not having a break. But on the other hand, the optics, seeing your team out in a nightclub celebrating, doing the cruisy after losing.
You know what the maddest thing is, yeah? This ain't even about Reece James, the stream or whatever you want to call it, right? What is it that you said about the amortization stuff?
Oh, so basically the amortization. So basically the Premier League are meeting today, and Chelsea's big loophole, which was basically amortizing the contracts across like 7-8 years, the Premier League are looking to completely close that. So already that's going to happen. But then the flip side, one thing that I read, which is interesting, is the Premier League are looking to backdate it. So basically, if you have got the benefit of this, the Premier League would then lower that across 5 years. And Chelsea at the moment have the benefit of some of the signings they did at the beginning being across 8 years, across 7 years, because that was before the loophole was closed. But essentially, if they do close the loophole and backdate it, all of Chelsea's loopholes would then be shortened to across 5 years rather than 8 years or 7 years or things like that. So essentially, all the liabilities that Chelsea have would then intensify over the next, 12 to 24 months. And I think that would basically guarantee the likes of Gallagher, Broja, basically anything that's not nailed down that's homegrown is getting sold in the next 12 to 24 months.
I see something like that. I see something that they were pondering up about selling Gallagher as well. And I know Tottenham are interested, and I think there's another outside interest. I can't really see them backdating. I think that's a bit harsh.
I'm not. I don't know whether or not they'll do it, but what I'm basically saying is that it's nothing to do with Chelsea per se, because if the Premier League clubs vote for it, they're done. Because if basically 14 clubs say, yeah, let's implement this rule and yeah, let's backdate it, then what can Chelsea do?
I don't know, man. It's true what Daps is saying, though. The likes are very, very stinky. Mons can barely do maths, as you can tell. Doesn't know how to add up.
I was actually respectfully, well done. Don't do that. Don't ever do that, because you know what my job is anyway. Anyway, I was waiting for you lot to finish. I done the maths. I'm not gonna lie. Luke Shaw's was worse than Reece James. That's how they covered. It was bad, isn't it? It was actually below 100. It was below 100.
It's just as bad, G. Yeah, but it's just as bad.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
96. It was like 96.
Yeah,
just as bad. What's the minutes though?
I didn't check the minutes, but it was 96.
Exactly.
Do you reckon? I don't know. Do you reckon the minutes?
It doesn't matter. It's still mid.
It's still like it's a mid off, bro.
It's a proper mid off. Yeah.
But in terms of, but also another thing was obviously Klopp sending shots. I don't know when you guys want to move on to that, but how did you guys hear that?
We'll talk about that. Let's talk about that later, because I was howling, bro. That was cheeky. That was very, very cheeky. It goes to show everything. But there's something else that he said as well about the DMs, which is quite interesting. All the DMs rejected you.
Yeah, he said all the DMs didn't understand Liverpool.
And then he's basically, who's laughing now? Like, you know what I mean?
Who is laughing now? Let me know. They wanted to laugh, but who's laughing now?
I mean, the table doesn't lie.
Yeah, man.
The weirdest part about that table, is that it's just seeing Man City fourth and Aston Villa third with 2 points clear.
Bro, the fact that we don't have a 6, and I would have expected us to have like 13 wins and like 4 losses.
It's crazy.
Like with no 6, I would have expected more losses in there, innit? Like at least at this point in the season. But the fact that we've only got 1 loss is actually wild, and it was a dodgy loss, a very dodgy one. So, it is what it is. But you know what? Just in terms of this Chelsea contract,
dodgy,
it gets from bad to worse.
It's dodgy like that Crystal Palace win as well, isn't it?
You know what I mean?
It goes both ways.
Swings and roundabouts. Do you know what's so mad with Chelsea? I feel like in every single and every department, it just gets from bad to worse. And I think only Chelsea. Like, I don't think we even grill Chelsea enough, because remember last season it got to a point where like we were just like, you know what, these men are so bad. What's the point in us really getting on them like this? Let's be honest. It was getting that bad. But it's getting to that point again where they're 12 every time.
I try, and then the comments, the comments start. Spurs lawyer is obsessed with Chelsea. You're damn right, I'm obsessed with Chelsea. They're 12th after spending $1 billion. You should be obsessed with Chelsea. Because at the end of the day, right, give me a situation in modern day football where a team has spent that much. When Boehly took over, they just finished third. People are acting like Chelsea have been crappy. They had just finished third. The season before, they'd won the Champions League. Like, why are people talking like Chelsea were completely in the mud when Boehly took over? They weren't. They literally weren't. So, like, for me, I think what Chelsea are doing now is like, I can't understand whether or not I'm blaming the board, whether or not I'm blaming the players, whether or not I think the Chelsea fans need to be blamed a good amount as well, because the problem is that they are buying players, who have shone in other systems. Like for me, I thought Caicedo was just a great player, but when you look closely, he's a system player. Yeah, played a great system under Potter. Played a great system under De Zerbi.
Jay, tell me you was in the stream when I was getting on the Caicedo. And
I did. I saw it. Yeah,
he rushed me.
So what I'm trying to say, the Chelsea fans need to understand that some of these players and maybe not as good as the PR is pushing them to be.
But how is that Chelsea fans' problem though? It's
No,
not there.
because the thing is that when Chelsea finished their squad in some like remember Lukaku, if we buy Lukaku, we can win the league. Yeah. Now this summer just gone, there's no Chelsea fan that didn't think that they were going to finish like outside the top 4. Yeah, most of them were telling me that Nicholas Jackson after pre-season, he said we don't want Vlahovic. We don't want Vlahovic because we've got Nicholas Jackson. The thing is, it's easy now to say, oh my God, we should have got a striker. But a number of that fan base were saying the players are fine, the squad's fine. There's no issue with what we're doing here. And now it's the players are too young, the players are this, the players are that, which is fine. But that's because you chose to say that these players were better than they were in the first place. And now you're having to deal with the fact of they're young and promising, but they're not as good as Robert Sanchez, Dizazi, Cucurella, Gusto. Like, to be fair, Gusto's pretty good. But the problem is that if you did a combined Chelsea and Villa 11, if you did a combined Chelsea and Newcastle 11, if you did a combined Chelsea and Tottenham 11, combined Chelsea and United 11, you spent £1 billion. But how come you're not winning those combined 11s? How come if we put those players together, the other teams would have more players in it than your team?
You know what, though? A lot of Chelsea fans are getting onto Boehly, though. Like, it's not the only thing. It's down to the Premier League as well, you know, that like, and the government and stuff. Because, one thing I was seeing recently, that it was actually someone that actually had the money to put up, it was like a double joint bid, but 2 Chelsea fans wanted to buy the club as well. Like, and obviously, sometimes it might be a double-edged sword when a fan buys a club, but obviously, if you're rich, you go and get it, but you want the best for it. The thing is with Boehly, like, you can spend all the money in the world, but I think it's kind of looking like a Man United model. But in short version, like, you go and buy all these players, but they never work. Difference is Man United just bought names. This time they're just buying youngsters. So what's kind of the difference? Sometimes it's like, I think he's there to stay, Boehly, innit? And that's the thing. But surely, if you go look at his history within his other club, like his other like franchises and stuff like that, he will continue spending until he gets right.
No, he's like, and I think for Chelsea, they should be confident that they'll eventually get it right. But I think on the other side, if you look at what they're doing and how they're going about it, it's just wrong. Do you know what I mean? As in, like, their approach is just wrong. Like, there's no, you can't justify the approach. People in the comments will be like, well, you know, the talent is being misused by the manager. Well, listen, guys, look at it. They've had Tuchel, they've had Potter, they've now had Poch. The 3 of those managers are probably at the time 3 of the top 20 ranked or rated managers in world football. Yeah, they've had 3 of them. None of them have worked. They finished 12th last season. They're 12th now. So when people say the promise of the players is being ruined, the quality of the players is being ruined, where? At what point can you say the talent is there and this and that? Because you finished 12th, you're 12th again. Like, at a certain point, you have to say, shit, we just spent a lot of money on duds. Because back in the day in football, Kaz, yeah, do you remember all these transfers, yeah? Do you remember Barcelona? They did transfer windows. They'd buy hyped players and they'd flopped. People forget that transfers flop. Players flop. And data just says that, like, it's going to work.
Yeah, but I hear it. It's so easy. It's so easy to blame the owners. It's so easy to blame the transfers and stuff like that. But I look at that team on paper. It's a bit like Man United a little bit as well.
Yeah.
And the way Ten Hag is set up. But you have to look at the fucking manager, bro. Like, honestly, as much as Chelsea have spent, as much as it is, Levi Colwill is that fucking left back, yeah? Cucurella is doing a job at right back sometimes, even though there is a right back available. You know, why the hell is Enzo in a 10 regardless? I know he done it at River Plate, but this is the Premier League. That's not his game. You can tell that it's not his game, right? It's just little things like that. Why is Gallagher in a pivot dropping deep? Like, don't get me wrong, you're playing box to box and do all that role. It's not. Do you get what I mean? And why is Silva playing all the games? Like, you can question some of the signings, Sanchez and that. It's all. But I can't lie. Not Monts. If you put Klopp, or a decent manager, like, I'm just gonna say a decent manager that suits the Prem. Tuchel, let's be honest, he was a bum. Let's just be so honest.
He was. Don't
No,
think
no,
he was.
he was a bum.
We're looking at
No,
it now. I think he would have done way better with this group of players.
In hindsight, Tuchel was a bum. He had Man City's number and nobody else's number. Like, he done well in the Champions League.
Bum is harsh,
Maybe,
Cass.
maybe no, but maybe.
Bum is
But in the
harsh.
league,
Bum is very harsh. Bro.
Tuchel has never. What has he won anything in the league before? He's not a league manager. He's a cup manager.
I don't think he's won a PSG league.
They didn't help. The only thing I'd say with Tuchel, they didn't help by not buying the correct striker for him. Yeah, and I think and he didn't want Lukaku, and I think that's where I think that was Roman's signing. Anyways, that's where they went kind of wrong. But at the end of the day, what do we all say about managers? It's about getting the best out of the current crop of players and adapting to different ways just to go and find a win. But you got these.
How about this? Andrew have these man cooking, Kaz.
Yeah, you probably would in hindsight. You probably.
You know what? Would company have them cooking?
No, but I'm just trying to say, no, this is too big of a club. But I'm just trying to say, yeah, you can't say Andrew would cook. The only reason being Chelsea's a different pressure, for one. And we don't know. And it's only 14 games in. Yes, he's playing nice now, but I've seen it all before with Tottenham managers sometimes at the start. And I've seen it under Conte. They played good football when Conte first came in. They were killing teams, G. What else is there? I'm just trying to say, like, you have to look at the manager. Like, I can't lie. There's some questionable decisions, like Ten Hag, which we're going to talk about, like Pochettino right now. You're playing certain personnel in different positions and it don't work. Bro, it hasn't been working. What does Levi Colwill offer at left back? Like, honestly, what does he offer at left back?
We got somebody who's gonna answer. Someone's gonna answer us that question right now. But also we gotta look at we have to look at the players. I'm all for blaming Poch in it. I think Poch, for me, I was one of the people. I was one of the people who was saying this man was not convincing at PSG. I feel like his legacy still stems from Tottenham. And again, that might be a bit, that's going to be a bit janky when it comes to managing a big institute like Spurs with a lot more money and a lot more pressure. I still think that no matter what the tactics are with the money spent and the individual quality that Chelsea have, individual on paper, being 12th and having 18 losses and 9 wins in 2023, that for me, and that's for 2023, but even this season and being 12th, that for me, I don't care how bad the tactics are. You have to be better than that. We've seen worse Chelsea sides be caned for being like 5th or 6th. These Chelsea fans want the manager out at 5th or 6th. We've seen interims be spoken like they're bums being 5th or 6th.
Well, Mons, people talk spicy on Tottenham and justifiably with a lot of stuff we did. But look at how quickly Tottenham acted when Nuno was doing nonsense at Tottenham. What was it, like 9 games? 9 games, Spurs were like, nah, it's a wrap. Do you know what I mean? So
wasn't he like 8th though? You weren't even 12th like that.
No, we were like 8th. We were like 8th. We were still in the top half. Yeah.
And how about this? Someone will need to go and find the table in the time frame. I guarantee you lot weren't even 4 points off the top 4 because it was so early in the season. How about that? How about that? Standards. Again, 18 losses. So again, if we had a Premier League table from January to December, Chelsea would be 20th. They'd be facing relegation with 4 game weeks to go.
Yeah, wait. By the way, just to clarify, did Boehly take over last season, right?
No, the summer.
22-23, right? Just to clarify.
No, I feel like it took. So this is 23-24. He took over in time 2022-23. Yeah, he was in charge.
Yeah, all right, cool. No, I was just having a little look. I was just surprised by how much.
It's like 1 billion in 3 windows.
I was kind of surprised to see that you spent 400 million in 2 seasons. Mad.
Who?
Tottenham.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. We spent.
It's about time. Yeah. Don't go like you don't spend. I don't go like you don't spend. Just beyond to what you spent before that. You know what I mean?
Listen, the thing with Spurs is, and Ndombele and Lo Celso was our watershed moment. That was the moment when we went, you know what? Yeah, we're messing up with these transfers. What are we doing? And then we had a bit of Chelsea is still in that moment now where they're just saying, like, for me, you've got the Mudricks, you've got the Sterlings, you've got the Palmers, you've got the Maduekes, you've got Angelo on loan. I wake up, they're bidding for another 16-year-old Brazilian. I'm like, they want to sell Conor Gallagher to buy a Brazilian that can play for them in 2026. I'm like, I don't understand. I don't understand the strategy anymore. Help me.
Hey,
Help me
Chez,
understand what they're doing out here.
before we do that, guys, yeah, I'm bare ill. Yeah, I'm sweating right now. No joke. I'm trying to just laugh and just forget, just not even think about it. Why the like's not even on 100? You must be disrespecting it. Like everyone could stop right now in the chat and just remind yourself: have I liked this stream yet? Because the likes help. We didn't go live yesterday because I was bare ill. I was just in the mud. Months as well, a little bit as well. You had to go London, so it was just a bit wherever it was. And then yeah, man, look, we're here today and we're gonna be back tonight as well. So you ain't done so yet. Make sure you like the video. Ches, man, are you poaching it out? That's the real question. You're the Chelsea fan here. You're the one making excuses for everybody at your club. Let's hear it.
Listen, it's been a tough few months as a Chelsea fan, isn't it? But see the comment section saying Ches is here to talk. Listen, man, I can't really say anything different to what you man have been saying. I ditto everything you man have been saying. It's just a little bit of a cluster F situation. I don't want to swear on here, but there's a lot going wrong. Like, it's more than just Poch, obviously. Like, the board, you can't be 10th, 12th for 2 seasons in a row, and it's always the managers and the players. It's definitely a collective issue similar of that at Man United, right? But I think the difference is the fact that we spent so much money, and the fact there was so much expectation, and us fans thought, that obviously getting money in.
Just to add this breaking, Reece James confirmed.
Yeah, but like.
Jay,
that's not breaking news.
How long?
At least I didn't know he was out for at least 3 months. At
least 3 months. The reason why they bring it up is because it's not breaking news. Like, that's standard.
Yeah, well, it is. Okay, sorry.
It's not but as like, do I look like I care? I actually don't care.
We need to actually ask you the true questions.
Oh, if you're gonna ask me Trent or James, it's definitely gonna be Trent, and I don't care. Because at the end of the day, Trent's won similar amounts to James anyway, so I don't really care about the debate. It don't affect me. No offense, Monts. Liverpool won Premier League title. It is what it is, isn't it? Like, until Trent clears him like that, then obviously it'll be like, rah.
Wait, how many trophies does James have? How many trophies does he have?
Oh, he's got like 2 less trophies than.
No. How many trophies? Name the trophies that Reece James has, please.
I think
the Champions League. We'll start with that.
Club World Cup. I think he's got Super. He's got the.
Outside of that,
I'll tell you what he's got.
Europa League as well. I'm not sure.
He's got Super Cup, Champions League, Club World Cup.
Yeah, no, I know. I knew that. That's why I asked the question. So that's not the same.
The debate, like
that's not the same as Trent.
I'm a full guy.
I'm just saying that's not the same. That's not the same amount as Trent. Trent had also an FA Cup and a Premier League.
You must have Reece Dumplings.
Monts is right. I can't even sit here and argue. Like, I'll be delusional and say, "Oh, James, bro, Trent's better purely because he plays more. If James played more, maybe different conversation. But he doesn't.
If that's some maybes, he's about.
I'm not gonna be an idiot and sit here and go, "Oh,
brother's about 50,000. The brother's like 15,000 minutes away from Trent. How do you catch up? How do you catch up?
What's the contract? What's his new contract saying?
Whose?
Reece James's.
He probably gets double pay if he works from home.
Yeah, just didn't he sign a fat new contract as well? Just like last summer.
I don't think it was that recent.
Was it not that recent? Okay.
He was made captain. It's probably what you're thinking. He was made captain.
Either way, you haven't answered the question. Are you Poch in or you Poch out?
I'm deflecting, bro.
No. Are you Poch in or you Poch out?
Listen.
Oh wow. So
someone said you look like an AFTV Cecil.
What? That's a vibe.
I see it.
Nah, not even. Listen, man. I don't know. It's too easy. You know what it is? It's too easy to say that Poch out. But the guy, like Monts said, I listen to you, man. How can you be 12, 19 points, and not being a manager? Like, I can't ignore that. But the reason why I'm not completely Poch out, right? Let me land. The reason I'm not completely Poch out is because we've been in this situation for over 1 year. So if I look at it and go, even with Tuchel here, I remember we got smacked 3-0 away to, I think, Leeds. And that was when the first moment I was like, rah. I don't even remember that. I was like, rah.
We don't care, G. We don't care. Your new name now is Chesil, yeah, according to the comments. Yeah, I Chesil, yeah. Oh, yeah. So you're not Poch out. This time last year, yeah. This time last year, was you Potter out? Or was it too early? Because
Bro,
you know what?
Bayern
Let's
have
give it
better
a time
record.
frame. Within 3 months, yeah. When was you Potter out? I just need to know the timelines. Chesil.
Yeah, but the thing is, I know you man are trying to do that. It doesn't really make a difference to me. We're crap.
Oh,
Either way.
what do you mean?
I
What do you
don't really
mean?
get what you want
I
from me.
hear
Oh
it.
yeah, watch out. Yeah, and what does that change for me? Nothing.
It's not about. This is what I'm saying. No, we want
No,
direct
but here's the
answers.
problem with Man United. I said same thing with Man United. It's a vicious cycle with your club. So you can get
Oh
10
yeah, no,
hours
I hear it. No, I hear it. I hear it. By
It's
the way,
like-
people don't. We'll talk about Man United in a sec, and we'll talk about how Richard Arnold's been sacked today, yesterday even. But I'm just telling you now, it doesn't. Even though it's crap upstairs, it doesn't mean that the manager's getting things wrong.
But I never
At the
said
same
it
time.
wasn't. My thing is, okay, cool. Let me put this here, put it clearly. I am definitely in a position to be like, oh, Poch, you're clueless. You have all this squad quality, and we're 19 points. Yeah. Poch, you know.
I made that name up. I made that name up.
I like that. That's name that.
Even Graham
It's name that
Potter.
funny, man.
By the way, Potter was sacked when you lot lost to Villa, I think it was, and he was around the same place. What place was he in? Was it like at 10?
It was dwindling around the same position. It was the same thing.
Yeah.
So again, are you guys just gonna do the same thing?
Do you know what it is?
Or are you
Once
gonna trust
the
in him?
context is a
Potter's
little
gonna
bit
be tucking him in
different.
his
Though.
grave.
The context is a little bit different because when Potter was using players who most of them aren't even here anyway. So Poch's situation, the reason why people were optimistic with him is because he had a new squad, new money, young players. It looked like a perfect recipe, right? That's why everyone right now is like, what the hell? You got a young team, you can't even get out 10th position. That's why everyone's a bit confused. Like, what? This is your bread and butter, surely. This is you, Poch. This is you. Yeah?
Yeah.
So why are we in 12th?
Yeah.
So my thing is this. Do I think that he can turn it around? Possibly. Unlike Ten Hag from Man United, as an example, I don't think he could turn it around. With Poch, I don't know why I think this, because I try to think objectively, right? I just believe that he's getting dealt with cards that are more difficult than maybe like the
The
situation.
table don't lie, G. We're like 8
No,
points.
because that's what I'm trying to say, man. We didn't get the experience as well in the squad. Everyone was telling me before the season started, Chelsea need more experience. And I was even one of the people who were like, to be fair, the quality on paper is quite good. But now, I'll be real, I run up to it. We need experience. So I can't say we should be in 10th.
It's magic.
I can't say, we should be in 10th. At the same time, this guy's lost.
All right, brother, you're making bare
You're
excuses.
crap as well, bro. I wouldn't be saying too much
we're
about
crap, but no. Look,
Yeah?
we're crap. We're crap here, and we're probably going through a worse situation. But we're better than you because we slapped you as well at the same
You're
time.
better than us isn't a compliment.
You do up a don, do up all the stats as you want. Don't care. Stats, we fucked you up. On the pitch, we fucked you up, bro. Your 220 million pound midfield got fucked up, G.
We're still not that far behind you. That's the irony. So I wouldn't be laughing.
It don't matter, but I can't even see you in the table, G. You're not even top 10 again.
Oh, we're not even that far away from most of these teams. That's the saddest part.
That's cute. That's cute. But
you are quite far away, right? To be fair,
not really.
I think you're 11 points behind Spurs.
The saving grace is that they got Sheffield United at home this
if we win 22 points, right? Spurs are what? Let's say who Spurs got next? I'm not saying we're going to count up.
Nottingham Forest away. We'll slap them up.
It's not inconceivable.
I wouldn't put it past. Forest are bad.
It's not inconceivable for you, man, to lose or draw that game. What?
What is inconceivable is that you guys can put a run together.
I never said a run. We've been losing all these games. We're only what?
I'm not. Look at it like this, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Spurs have only won one game of the last five. But Spurs are still 11 points
for the first 10 games.
What does that tell you?
No, but you were unbeaten for the first 10 games of the season. What are we doing?
I can't lie. We got Liverpool. Yeah, we've lost. It's at Anfield. Yeah. Do not fumble against Sheffield, man. If you do, you know Pochettino's getting sacked in it. You know he's getting sacked. You can't fumble that.
If we lose to Sheffield, I'm telling you, I'm going on loan.
No
NFL,
one's gonna
rugby.
care if Chelsea lose. It's just everyone. We're saying it's gonna be a mad thing now, but we said this forever.
No, I'm on to
We said this for the game before. Like we said
Check.
this, and they just keep losing.
Who have we lost
What
to?
are we
Months?
doing?
Who have we lost to recently, though? Say the names. I thought
Everton,
school you football.
United,
Everton,
United,
Newcastle.
Cool.
Newcastle for that.
Right, Newcastle have been doing bits this season, and against the big teams, they do quite well. Fact.
No,
Everton.
Newcastle are tired. They're tired. Everyone says they're tired.
No, we're not doing that. Because I think every single team this season, they've had such a long season as it is, and they're still performing. Let's not do that. And then Everton.
How come we smash Newcastle all over the gaff?
We smash you. We're rubbish. What does that mean?
Bro, we had 9 men. Bro, bro.
Who's
11 versus 11. It was our fault. It was our fault. But the thing is that
what do you mean? What the thing is?
But the thing is, and I'll always say this about Chelsea, Tottenham. You feasted on the carcass, but you didn't kill the body. Like, so that's what happened in that game. Yeah. So you enjoyed.
It's like when Don got gas about beating Luton 3-0.
That's what I'm trying to say. Bro, let's be honest, Ches. You've lost to Villa this season. You've lost to West Ham. You've lost to Newcastle. You've lost to United. You've lost to Brentford. You've lost to Everton. Like, and that's just me off the top of my head.
One game a week.
What's your point though? Because you're
one game a week.
I was
by the way, 1 game a week.
So my point is
you're missing my point completely. I never said we're not dusted. I never said we're going to come back in the league. All I said was, despite how crap we are, our worst season ever, we're still not that far behind everyone.
You are far behind. You are far behind.
No, we're not, bro. We're not.
Well, okay. The thing is the concept of far behind. You've got to look at it, Ches, in terms of, are you far behind for Man City? No, because Man City are capable of winning 10 in a row. Are you far behind for Chelsea? Based on the fact that you gained 39 points from 39 games across the last calendar year, yeah, you're far behind. You're damn far behind. Yeah, but it'll probably take 2 seasons for you to catch up.
Yeah, I hate it. But what I'm trying to say is that, like, you
might get relegated.
We could. If when Poch came in, was you man thinking we'd still be in a similar situation as last year?
Yes, I did.
Cool.
No, I didn't.
Nah, to be fair, I didn't think you'd still be 12, man.
Did you think it would be a situation where you're talking to Ches and Don in December, come out to Christmas, and we're 12? Did you think that would happen?
No. I mean,
exactly. So my point is, no one expects these situations. We can't use last season and go, with Kovacic and them man who don't want to be there, Mount and them man who didn't want to be there, Havertz stink up the gaff. Let's compare it to this brand new team. Bro. They're 2 different entities for me. Sure. The same situation though is the ownership.
Couple man had you finishing in and around the top 4. I think Kaz is acting oblivious, but I'm pretty sure Kaz had. So he said, "Do you know what? I think Chelsea do something. You know, I
did. I had them. No, because my prediction actually had them. I think I had you lot 8th.
Well, someone find the archives. Someone go in the archives. I know Kaz said something about Chelsea, and I said, "Bro, why'd you keep backing these bums?"
No, give me a sec. I'll find out anyways because I've got them here.
Yeah, man. But I'm just saying that, like, this situation it's gone very extreme.
I just want to know if you guys are going to keep the energy you kept with Potter, or you're going to keep the energy, or you're just going to go.
No joke. I've got them right here. I had them 7th, bro.
What do you mean by that?
7th, yeah.
I had them 7th.
I think I bumped when they bought Caicedo. I think I bumped them up. Like, I when they got Caicedo and Lavia and everything, I got gassed in the transfer market PR hype too. They got me. I was like, oh, Chelsea could do it. They got me.
They ain't get me.
Mons, what's your question? Mons, what's your question? What's the basis behind the question?
What, as in keep the same energy?
Yeah, like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
As I'm saying that Potter was doing better with less money and players that weren't his than what Fraudetino is doing right now.
Yeah.
So are you guys going to keep the same energy and get him out? Yeah. Or are you going to stick with the manager and do the process thing? Because again, Pochettino's first season isn't actually usually that great statistically. So are you guys willing to rock the boat until, ride the storm this season, no matter where you finish, and almost have it as a write-off, and then you go again next season, and if it fucks up even by game week 5, he's gone?
Tough. That's a good question, bro. I'll be honest, it's tough because people say, Chelsea fans, you're impatient. but you care about winning. But if you man were in this position,
I
you
told
would be
him I
saying the
too.
same thing as me. Let's not even be hypocritical. Oh, it's Chelsea fans. No, we're in fucking 12 with 9.
Yes, I know there's a minimum.
There's a level. I'm saying.
Wait.
Hold on.
Once,
I want you to
hold on once. Can you repeat that last line, Chess?
Wait,
We're
I
in
think
what?
my camera's messing up.
I won't know, but we can hear your audio, G.
He's taking
Wait, I
the
think
mic,
my
man, he's
camera's
lying.
Oh, we can hear you. We can hear you. Can you repeat that line?
He doesn't want his face
my,
put to the
my
words.
camera is moving a bit. Yeah.
Can you? Yeah, but we can hear you. So can you repeat that line, please?
Oh man.
Anyway, back on the point, yeah. What I'm trying to say is, you want to funny.
Because we got people like Don who still think she'll finish in third. Just saying.
Listen, I still think we can win the league. I'm joking, but what I'm saying is that I don't know if the situation requires Poch to get sacked right now, but I want to give him to, you know what, talk to me after Christmas. If he hasn't improved results with the teams we've got coming up, then it's literally a situation where it's like, yo, it's peak. I'm going to give him an excuse and say you're on a bad, terrible run. Turn it around for me. Christmas time, give me at least 3 wins out of 4. Even 2 wins in a draw. I'll take that. Yeah? But I'm not having this to get me like this 12th position, 4 losses before Christmas, and then we'll see. You get me?
Kaz, can you get me that clip where Troops and Czar, where Troops grabs the mic from Czar when he's talking, he goes, "We're 15.
Wait, it's right there. It's right. This one.
Oh my God, you're fucked. Oh my days. Oh, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore, blood. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this. Fuck this. 31 minutes in a semi-final of a fucking European competition. This is your only way to the Champions League. And you put out this performance. Look at this fucking shit, Zah! They're coming again!
Oh my God.
Oh my days! What is going on? What the fuck? When are people gonna open their eyes? When are you gonna open your eyes?
I cannot do this with this fucking team, honestly.
Look at this shit! Look at this! You're telling me, trust the process. Trust this and trust that. Suck your mother for a straw. I don't give a fuck.
It's the way Zar's doing this. Oh man. Hey, please, Arsenal need to get bad again, man. I need AMTV back in my life, and that the meltdown was so good.
Bro, there's one I think the week after, yeah, and he's like, "So we're 15, we're 15." Sorry, bro, it might be the funniest clip I've. I need to find it.
I can't lie, man. I don't know where that clip is, man. You're gonna have to find that one. But yeah,
I have it here, but it's on my phone. And I have it here. Like,
send it to me on WhatsApp.
I have it here. Come, I'll scream.
If you send it to WhatsApp, I'll quickly upload it. Right now, that's Johnny Minerals when he posts. He's like, "Where's my Chelsea? This ain't what." And people are looking back like, "What the fuck is this old geezer doing?" And then like, he's like, "This ain't Chelsea."
Right, yeah. That's too funny, fam.
Gaffer. Oh, you know what the best part is at the end of streams. Have you seen Matisse on Watchalogs? He puts on music and everything and starts chilling out. He takes off his glasses. Nah, Ches, this is funny, man.
We're in the mud. It's weird to fit in the mud, but it's what it is.
Hey, what do you mean? We got Bayern Munich. We've got Bayern Munich today, yeah. I don't know what to expect from this Man United. It seems to be the only time where we can actually score some goals is actually in the Champions League and also concede some.
You still got hope.
Nah, I after today, you know what? I just got a weird feeling Man United pull this one out of the bag somehow. Like they beat Bayern Munich because they're already through in it, and then somehow Copenhagen and Galatasaray draw in it. Somehow they draw. That's the. I just think there's just a fluke in this bitch. Yeah. Personally, in it. But Man United fans, if you're in here right now, yeah, you need to realize and wake up. We spoke a lot about Chelsea, right? We getting fucked over today. We put the pain. Hey, we put the pain. Stop there. Wait till after this. I am waiting. I need some United.
Yeah, you said it, yeah. of my life. I've just been trying not to die in the background. Yes, please. For the life of me.
Oh my days, this looks like WWE.
Bro, please.
And the cameras look like WWE. What's going on here? Shall I run it? Let me run it.
You're proving my point. No, you're proving your point. We're fucking 15th.
It's on the.
We're 15th. We are 15th, sir. We are 15th. We are 5 points away from relegation. Yeah? We are closer to the bottom than the top, bro. We ain't winning Europa. There's no European football next year.
We're not fighting for the mic.
Wait.
Listen, give it to me, brother.
It's us standing on a stool.
Yeah.
They're taking Barstool to a whole new level. Hey, the good old days, yeah.
Bring back them things, cuz.
Oh,
That's
damn.
why I need us. People ask me, Monts, why'd you hate Arsenal, man? Monts, why'd you want Arsenal with the mud? It's quality content like that. You don't get that. That is special, man. The better generation.
Talk about obese 3 months, Trent Clear. Andy, Andy, I swear you said you're a Man United fan, but you're always twerking for Liverpool, you know. Spider's always twerking for Liverpool.
No, but Kaz, you think Trent's clear, so
No, I know it, but I would have said a super chat about that.
fair enough.
Listen, he's not clear. He's not clear. Let's be real.
He's very clear, G. In every dimension, he's clear.
Greece ain't even better than Trippier, bro.
And also as well, like this is Reece James captaining Chelsea to 12th place. That's a stain against you. That's a stain against your legacy. You know, it's one of those.
While we're down there. When we come back up, I'll be here.
I've been saying that, brother. I've been saying that for 10 years. Get used to it. Get used to it.
Don't ever compare my club to your club.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I dare you.
Don't
I dare
you.
dare you.
Longer than 10 years.
And guess what? The trophies are still there. I'm
Last
just telling
time
you
you
now.
were freaking in your 20s running around the guy.
Brother, Roman
You
ain't
know what I'm
here. Roman ain't here to sugar daddy you no more, G. You gotta get used to this. They said this. They said this to me after Fergie left, and I refused to believe it. And then the cracks started coming and showing. You need to best believe ownership really makes a difference. Get used to it. You might hit 4th sometimes. You might hit 5th. Sometimes you might hit 12th. You're fucked.
Yeah, that's your story. That's your story, innit? That's your story.
I'm deep in it. Chelsea's thing might actually be a like Roman's thing's gone. Now Chelsea are just done. It might even just be as simple as that. Roman's done.
No, but no, you can't say that yet, though. You can't say that.
Wait,
no. Of course, you're not. No. Listen, Chance, you're never gonna want to hear that. Like that is like that's
no.
like,
We're not doing this. Not when I'm here. No,
it might. I'm just saying it might just be that.
Amongst the problem is I hear what you're saying. Logically, that makes sense. I'm not disagreeing with the logic. The problem is we're looking at an extreme scenario. Like this is very bad. This isn't like we're 6th and we're 8th.
This is my point.
Extreme. So it can't, in my opinion, yes, it can get worse.
Chez, if the Prem was
it can never get worse than this.
Bro, Chez.
It can get worse than this.
No, yes, Jay, in theory, we could get relegated, but are we going to get relegated? Probably not.
Chez,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Chez, from January,
I get what you're saying.
For a whole year, you would have been 20th, bro, with 4 weeks to play.
I know this is what I'm saying. An extreme. This is an extreme.
It is DEFCON 5.
Have we haven't even seen like middle table clubs have a situation where they drop like this? This is an extreme scenario.
Oh, the copium.
Get better than this, yes. So I'm not gonna be delusional, be like, it's over. Like we're not gonna win nothing for 10 years, like my man saying.
Bro, I think he needs time. I think Poch needs time, but there's also a quota. There's a specific quota that Chelsea need to hit. Like, for instance, man are getting sacked at 8th and 7th and that. So if Poch was like 6th/7th, he'd still be getting heat. I think he'd still be getting heat. Like if he was around 5th, dwindling around 5th, I think people would say, you know what, cool, like give him time because this 5th can easily turn from 3rd to 2nd in the season, kind of like what Arsenal did with some time, and probably more money and more backing. But when you're 12th, bro, and it's not even looking right.
And also, Chess, one thing for me is if you look at the teams around you, the one thing for me is the Premier League is so competitive now. You look at Newcastle, you look at Villa, you look at Spurs, you're looking at teams like this, and you probably, as a Chelsea fan, think, I'm bigger than these clubs. These are small clubs. Like to me, look at our Champions Leagues, and you'd be right. But in 2023, 24, your stature 5 years ago counts for very, very little. All these teams have got ballers in their team. Yeah, all of these teams have got good managers with projects that seem to be going well. So even if you guys sack Poch and bring somebody else in, what can you do with your financial limitations, which I think there might be because you spent a lot and the sustainability and profitability rules are coming in. So it's like, let's say you don't make Champions League this season. That's 2 seasons that you probably budgeted for Champions League you've not made. Yeah. You're already doing a project which is quite similar to kind of Spurs and Villa's projects, buying younger players with resale value and stuff.
Yeah,
So
can I
I'm
say
just
something on that point, just about the money point? I want to say a point
Yeah.
that you can continue. The only thing is, these men aren't stupid in terms of the money. They wouldn't have spent this much money the way they did it, how they did it, the exacerbation of it, the difference, the unique nature of it, and then guaranteed themselves Champions League football. Because that wouldn't make sense. If they wanted to guarantee Champions League football and to spend the right way, they could have spent $1 billion on like Osimhen, Bellingham. You get my point, right?
But they
So my
tried
point
to.
is,
Do
I
you
don't
think they
think
tried to do it on the cheap though?
I hear what you're saying, but I don't think the financial implications will happen in the near future, i.e.,
Okay.
2-3 years. I think what you're saying will be more relevant after like a 5-year period, 4 years.
Man, we're gonna have to move on to Man United talk because of time, and it's the time of the stream. We
yeah,
have 3 super chats we gotta get to. Big up Mr. Link. He says Bayern said they owe the fans a performance. Cause he must. Big up Shea Bapper. He says Man United this week are gonna get done up, basically. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get done up. Big up for the super chat. Shane also says, it's the most wonderful time of the year. We get to have back-to-back Kaz meltdowns in a week.
Kaz, I can't wait for you, man, to get beat tonight.
Big up Shane. Every time. Let's move on to United then. Go on. I mean,
finish club.
Is everyone writing us off? Yeah, everyone's writing us off. Yeah,
I think you got a chance. I think you got a chance, guys.
Aye, that's what I'm saying. We got a chance, man.
I think you got a chance.
You don't get to do that, brother. You don't get.
Why do we not get to do that?
You don't get to do the everyone writing us off, yeah. Because when you lose, you're gonna go, "It was Bayern Munich." What you expect?
Oh, but it is Bayern Munich. It is Bayern, but I don't know, man.
You don't get to do both sides. Either you think you're gonna win, yeah, and then when you lose, we're gonna say you thought you was actually gonna win. You don't get to say I was gonna lose anyway, and then try to do the write-off thing before.
Hey, backs against the wall, G. Don't mind. You know what I mean? Like cornered. I don't mind. It's all good.
Do you think you're gonna win? No. Now I need to know. Do you think you're gonna win?
Yeah, say with chest, bro.
Because, bro, I will be there later today, so you must. So all those Champions League jokes, all those Champions League jokes. Remember all those Champions League jokes you wanted to make?
10:30, we'll be there. Yeah. Hey, brother. All I know. Yeah. We're somehow making it through in it. It's already written, fam. It's already written. Like it's written in the stars.
It makes it sweeter because you can hear Kaz's like slight optimism in his voice. When they lose,
Kaz thinks Kaz thinks he's got something. He thinks he's onto something.
Yeah,
he's onto something. How about this, bro? That's all those Champions League jokes.
You're funny, bro.
I hope you remember them.
Oh, what? We're gonna get Champions League football for next year, anyways. Somehow.
No, you won't.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. All we need is we need 5th place. That's all we need. I'm just saying.
You're not getting that. You're not even getting that.
What do you mean? Says who? Brother, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not being funny, yeah. But 1 game a week, Chelsea are fumbling the bag, yeah. 1 game a week with no rotation, really, but because they got injury. Spurs, they are where they are right now. What happens when another team goes down to 1 game a week? I'm just saying it does help. It does help. But somehow, when we somehow succeed tonight, yeah, and we will start saying, "No, we told you so," and all that bollocks, even though we didn't tell you shit. I'll be there too. I'll be there too.
And
you know what I mean?
To be there, the likes. There's 420 people in the house right now, and we're still, I believe, sitting on around 150 likes. I think it's 139 on my screen. But my thing's bugging out. So listen, people, make sure you stop what you're doing right now and smash the like button. We should at least be on 200 likes, as Dap said earlier in the stream. So again, smash the like button and make sure you subscribe and get us all the way to 18K. Let's make that happen. We've got another super chat here saying Tyler Jones says, the legacy United fans now understand the legacy Liverpool fans struggle street. The Arsenal fans more humbling though.
I think they've been humble for like 20 years.
Well, I haven't been humble. They talk like they've been winning it all. Even though
Yeah,
they
but
haven't.
I'm just saying, innit? Look, I'm going into this game personally for me. I don't know, with just optimism. I don't expect to win in it. Obviously, you can't expect to win any of these games. But for me, the way I'm looking at it is like it is what it is, isn't it? I can go into if they score the first goal, I'll laugh. I'll cry afterwards, but I'll laugh.
Big up Tyler. He goes, my bad. United fans will get the humbling this week. Big up Tyler every time.
What's up with these Liverpool fans coming out the woodworks, fam? The fuck?
Yeah, man, because we're here. Noise. I just couldn't. Do you know what? I didn't make a meal of it at the start of the season, but you know when United start, you know when the
Why do
Champions
you keep
League
banging your
opening
table?
up,
Why do you keep banging your table? So adding
because,
emphasis,
bro,
fam.
you need to understand, like when you man were all making the Champions League jokes, yeah, and it was saying Europa League, I actually had to sit there and go, we actually can't chat. This is
Aye.
like,
What do you mean?
this is mad.
Look, I get. Look, we can still run up the jokes. You're still in Europa League, so if you don't win Europa League, it's embarrassing for you, Mons. But I'm just saying, innit? I'm going to the game. If we can see it is what it is type situation. But don't be surprised if Man United also somehow get through, because Man United are jammy. It's just that's it. Man United are very, very jammy. If we go back to even the first game, we should have beat them as well. It was down to fucking Onana with his dumb mistake against Sane that fucked us up, really, if we're going to be totally honest. Bayern ain't as good as you man think as well. Like, I just want to put that across.
You man aren't good as you man.
No, but we know the thing is, we're as shit as we think. But don't go on like Bayern or some, like, their shit's hot, like, bro, their shit stink as well, G. Like, don't get me wrong.
Harry Kane has something for Maguire, innit? So
I'm just saying, innit? It's just, I forgot Maguire's even playing. But what's it called? We'll think about that later. I'm just saying, innit? Obviously, I think Coleman's injured. Is Coleman injured? That's the only player I care about that's injured.
doesn't matter. They've got man there, so it don't matter, bro.
Yeah, I know, but we'll see anyways. We'll see.
Tell's got something.
Is Tell still there? I was about to say same thing.
Tell's
That
got
guy
something for you, man.
probably better than
Sane's got something for you, man. Musiala's got something for you, man. Man are done. Man are finished. Finito.
I have a way. If my manager gets sacked, I don't give a shit in it. Like it is
Alonso
what it
Davies
is.
versus Dallo, yeah.
I don't think Dallo will play. I think it will be Wamby, but yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Either way. Can we get some score predictions? Because I need, like, let's get some score predictions.
2-1 United. Yeah.
Yeah, you're just a weirdo. Dan said this.
Shut the fuck up.
2-1 United.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna
Can I
go.
not be optimistic?
Chat. Let's get some score predictions on the chat as well, by the way. Join in.
I think 4-2 Bayern, maybe. Somebody made a good point. I think Maguire's a good player. And I think the team it can be better or worse, but it's just when I watched United against Chelsea, even though United played well, it was like this whole thing that Ten Hag likes about his midfielders just gate crashing the box and just leaving like the DM on his own in a little island. I'm just imagining multiple situations tonight where Bayern are just going to be running directly at the Man United defense.
I know them, man.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And it's like, I can't, regardless of me thinking United will play well and maybe score goals, United's defense isn't conducive to keeping people out. Even against Chelsea, they played great, but they still conceded. They really should have conceded you should have conceded 2 or 3 goals. Really, you should have scored like 5 or 6. But I think United can win the game, but they're just gonna have to tighten up, and I don't know, like they just have to be relentless. They just have to keep on attacking Bayern, just keep on attacking. But I don't know. I think the story ends for Man United in the Champions League now. Would you prefer to be out of Europe completely, Kaz?
Yeah, I'd rather be out of it completely. I don't want extra games. I don't think, you know what it is? I think injuries are back, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't actually be that mad at having even Europa like too tough, but I just think right now he needs to establish something more than thinking that he can go and win multiple trophies, because he can't. I want the FA Cup still. I'm 100% certain we need to win the FA Cup this season. The only way he can rectify this season, anyways, I don't think so. I want him out in it personally. I don't
what if United drop into the Europa League and then Ten Hag wins the Europa League?
Then fair play, bro. But right now, I want him out. I don't want to lose, but I want him out because I don't like his tactics, and I think he's playing like shit, and he's disregarded players that should be playing, in my opinion. I don't think his man management's there. as much as I wanted to back him and say the players need to go, they do need to go, but he also, in my opinion, needs to go. I don't think he's helped himself whatsoever. And we can keep chopping and changing, but bro, I can't do it with this man. I'll be so honest, I can't do it with this man no more. He's fucking stressing me out. Like, why am I seeing Scott McTominay playing even though he don't deserve to play? Why is Varane on the fucking bench? Like, yes, he fucked up a couple times, but Varane ain't playing when he's fit, bro. Like, why am I seeing like Lindelof sometimes at left back? And why am I seeing Dalot starting over Wanby at times? I'm thinking, like, are you thick as shit sometimes? Like, what? Bro, Magneto, like, X-Men, what's his name? Fucking Professor X, bro. Like, you'd think he can read other man. He can't. He looks clueless. Like, even, you know what is the worst part for me is the attack. It's like, don't get me wrong. I know Rashford ain't the best player in the world, innit? And when he's on hot form, he's on hot form. I hear it. Yeah. Anthony, I know there's a bit of a player in there. I'm not saying he's the best player, but I don't even think he's using him right the way to his strengths either. Like, he always wants him to drop deep and do a little pass on 1-2 and go. You need to be using him more inside and all that kind of stuff. I've seen him when he links up 1-2s with the striker. So when he does touchline, he wants Anthony to be a touchline. He's not a touchline winger, bro. Like, he ain't that guy. Højlund, why are you using Højlund as a target man, hold up striker? That's not the one thing you want Højlund to do when we've seen his strengths. He's a bit of a bully, because he can be, and he runs in behind because his spins are good. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Some strikers can play hold up 1-2s and stuff, but he's using. Why go get a guy like Højlund if you're going to try to do target man settings when that's not his game? I don't understand. And then the midfield is, I'll never understand it. Like, you'd think the defense is shit right now. Yeah, surely you shore it up with two midfielders, right? How about Kobe and Amrabat? How about the only two defensive players that we got? Come on, man. It's this, and then you can play Bruno. Bruno can go do whatever Bruno does, even though he's a piece of shit as well. Like, but at least he's effective in some moments. At least shore it up. I just don't see it. I just don't get the disconnection between structure. The structure is hurting us from defense to midfield, and then attack just looks clueless. So that's the way I look at it. You don't know what Man United's going to the actual reality is for most people, yeah. You just don't know what Manchester United is going to show up on the day. Like today, if Bayern Munich, even if Man United were to show up, right, they will show up and beat Bayern. They will. They can do it. But at the same time, there's a mistake there because they can't concentrate like fucking Aaron Ramsdale for 90 minutes. And then before you know it, it's a blunder and you're fucked up because you ain't kind of seen anything, you know, to shut out game. We've seen it multiple times. Yes, we've been done harsh by VAR and rest of this Champions League campaign. But come on, man. You ain't helped yourself either. You know, that's just the way I look at it. Ten Hag's got to go in it. And a lot of these players have still got to go. I'm not a fan of him. I mean, if you saw that Rondo, we shoot 3 passes together.
Yeah, I saw that Rondo.
Oh, man. Kaz, man.
3 pass Rondo.
Bless you, man. Bless you, Kaz. Big up Tyler Jones with the super chat again. Big up, bro. He says, I think we would see United in Europa League before the season started. Wait, I said we would see United in Europa League before the season started. I might be wrong. I think, listen, I'm looking at the table now, by the way, yeah? And even if you don't win, so let's say Kaz's prediction comes true, they win 2-1 today.
It's not even guaranteed.
Even if Copenhagen and Galatasaray have to draw. They have to draw.
It's very possible. But it's fine margins, isn't it?
Boy, do you know what I might need? I might need a last minute Fernandez screamer. No. Even better. Hold on, Mr. Link. I'll get your super chat in a second. I might need, you know, like in Paris, that night in Paris, I might need a dodgy handball, 90th minute for United, yeah? 90th minute at 0-0, makes it 1-0, and then Copenhagen back in the 94th minute to make it 1-0 to Copenhagen. So, you see the celebrations, they last for about 40 seconds. 40 seconds. 40 seconds of elation and joy. Just cut short. It's gonna be perfect in every single way. That's what I need to happen today. So, you know, footballing gods. I don't know, man.
I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
I can't wait for the boys to come back.
Yeah,
But are we saying that United? But if either team win in the other game,
Did they go
United
through?
route anyway, right?
No,
Yeah.
United will get no. So United will get Europa League. If they
Europa
beat-
League if they
Yeah,
win.
that's
Okay,
why I
got
said
it.
it's going to be perfect.
It's a win-win, really. If they win, it's a win-win.
Yeah. So I mean, it's
Unless they draw.
Unless the other teams draw, which
yeah. So if they draw, they go out of all Europe, or would that
Pretty
depend
much.
on the result?
Yeah. Mr. Link said Varane questioned Eric Ten Hag on Sancho, so he benched him.
Is that Randy Orton voices sources, or is there something tangible to that?
I'm not gonna lie, I won't see on here, but I heard science throughout that as well in it. Like it was.
But can I just ask, if United and Chelsea, if they are to sack like Ten Hag and Poch somewhat soon, who's
Go
the
pay the just go put the money on Ange, bro. That's what I'd say. Just fucking flaunt it, bro. Bro, the what we can offer compared to what Tottenham will offer is
a dysfunctional boardroom. Okay.
When Richard Arnold knows, Richard Arnold just got sacked. G. We're getting some proper people in. Yeah, that's all I know.
Okay.
That's all I know.
Well,
it's happening.
Where do you stand on the likes of like Thomas Frank and Marco
No,
Silva?
why am I gonna go get a manager that's only managed Brentford, fam? I can't lie. Fuck that, man. I can't lie. Go grab me Ancelotti, man.
You want an Ancelotti?
Why not?
In 2023?
What do you mean? 2023? Yes.
I'm not.
I miss the free flowing football, G. I need it in my life. Don't get me wrong. I don't think in 2023, maybe Ancelotti. There's no elite manager out there. Maybe Hansi Flick. I like the idea of Hansi Flick, to be fair. But yeah, man, I don't know. I just whatever style of football these new people want to bring in and say this is what we want to play. This is the 5-year vision. I'll back it. I don't give a shit. Okay. I don't care who it is. I'll back him anyways. So yeah. I think you can't disrespect Don Carlo. No chance.
No, I think Carlo's amazing, but I think he's one of the last managers who lets his players do their own thing. You know, he doesn't overcoach them in certain.
Yeah, maybe I like Hansi.
There's a benefit at Real Madrid having that level of player, and I'm not sure if you let United players down to their own devices, whether they wouldn't stink up the joint. That's my concern with someone.
Yeah, I'm either thinking realistically, it's probably Hansi Flick. Or I like Ruben. I know people think he's a hippie. I still like Ruben Amorim, man. Mm-hmm. I like the way he plays ball. It's as simple as that.
But why would if you like Amorim? If you like Amorim, why don't you want Conte?
I like his. What?
Amorim and Conte are broadly somewhat similar.
No, they're not. What? Because they play 3-4. What? Because they play 3-4-3 each.
Yeah.
No, they play. No. Conte's not 3-4-3. That's 5.
3-4-3, 3-5-2, Conte.
2-3. No. Ruben Amorim plays 2 centre mid. I've seen it. Like I don't mind the free. For the current batch of players, we also have 3-4-3 suits us more, anyways.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that I saw Conte at Inter. Don't just judge Conte at Spurs.
No. Conte shit. He's finished. He's a dinosaur in this thing now, man. I'm not trying to hear that.
I like Amorim, but the reason I didn't want Amorim after Conte was because I felt too much similarities.
But why would you want to bring in a manager that's gonna cause problems in the club, anyways?
No, I'm just trying to come up with suggestions for you, man.
Even Unai Emery, I'm taking him.
You take Emery?
Yeah, I'll wait for that guy, bro. I'm waiting for that brother. I can see his vision in it. I like the way he plays football. Sometimes it's not great.
That's interesting. Do you think Emery would leave a Villa to go to a United?
Please respect my club. We're not Tottenham.
I'm not. Listen, I remember when Spurs were flying and you couldn't get Poch out of our club. No, you couldn't get Poch out of our club. You wanted him, but you couldn't get him out.
Stop doing that. Money talks, G. Money talks.
Listen, I'm not
saying you need to be respectful when you're talking about my club.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to say that you're not capable of getting Emery out. I'm just wondering, would Emery want to leave that project, which he's got a lot of control over, and he's got his own people in the the higher direction.
It doesn't matter. We're not Tottenham, innit? We don't need 5th choice people to come in and wait.
Why is our name in this?
Because you keep referring back to Tottenham. I remember when Tottenham.
I've referred to Tottenham once in this conversation concept.
I don't know. Look, I don't know. I'll be interested to see who the candidates are in it if Ten Hag gets sacked. Do
you think Potter his name might come up with Jim Ratcliffe? Because I know he likes him.
if I know a thing or two, I think Potter's taken the England job after. I think he's already been said that he's going to be taking over Southgate. So I don't think that's why he ain't taking a new job yet.
That'd be cool.
I mean, look, if he brings in Potter, then bring in Potter, bro. I don't mind it. If he has a clear vision of how he wants to play and wants to bring in a certain caliber player and bring him in then.
Okay.
Right now, I'll take Kieran McKenna and Michael Carrick as a duo.
Would you take Kieran McKenna or Michael Carrick?
The thing is, yeah, in this new day and age, people need to understand there's a new breed of managers, young managers, because the old heads are not doing it no more. We see Xabi Alonso do what he's doing at this moment of time. We're seeing De Zerbi do what he's doing, even though he's had way more experience at this moment of time. We're seeing all the young crop of managers come up and just be doing bits. So I wouldn't mind taking a punt on someone that already knows the club inside and out, like Kieran McKenna. I wouldn't mind it because this is the way football's going. Because no one can name me managers that are going to be solid for the job.
That's the thing, man. That's why
even a River Plate manager. I can't remember what his name is. I'm taking him too.
He's in Saudi Arabia now.
You know what intrigues from this conversation? Like, there's not a lot of like, back in the day, you could be like, they're in their prime, they're upcoming. Now it's like it's all a bit together. Like you don't actually know who's going to be it. Like that's why Kaz is just saying names he thinks would suit. I don't know what it would suit because I don't know what the board want. That's the only thing. You don't know, like if Poch goes or Tottenham goes, like I can't sit here and go, yeah, this guy's guaranteed.
Yeah, because you don't know, but it's all a gamble. It's a gamble. But if it's new beginnings, then it's a whole new thing. People don't want to hear championship managers and stuff like that because no one's open minded.
Also, for once comes back here, just because Ange is working at Tottenham, it's a different level. Like the pressure at Chelsea, Man United is just different. It's not to say if you get a young manager from a different league, it's going to be the same outcome. You just don't know because everyone's going on like, Ange is the blueprint and Mikel Arteta. These situations are very unique. They're not the norm. Like,
but Chess, and I get the point you're making, but with all due respect, we pull the trigger on our managers much quicker than you. Like, as in, we sacked Mourinho when we were at 8th. Yeah, like we sacked him. We sacked Nuno when we were like 9th. Conte left 8th, but when he was leaving, he was like 3rd or 4th, and the fan base didn't like the football. So yes, you're right. Chelsea are a bigger club with bigger aspirations. Well, they used to have bigger aspirations than Tottenham anyway. We'll see whether that's still the case.
See comments like this, it's people that are not open-minded. Brother, sack Ten Hag for who? Brother, it don't matter. Are you getting tired of sacking managers? Brother, you can sack managers. If you're in a business and your manager's not managing, even though he's got the CV to do what the company needs for it to succeed, you will keep and chop and changing that manager until it succeeds. Yeah. That's the way it goes. So why is it any different in football? Clearly, the guy cannot manage Man United and handle personalities. It's not about who. It's about what the new board will want. It's as simple as that, whether you like it or not. About you can't say another bum manager. The thing is, you can't because you haven't seen it. We got sold a dream. Like I think Ange has shown right that you can still have shit players like Emerson Royale and still play a certain type of way. So why am I meant to believe that when I've got players that like a Moroccan international or Kobe, Maguire, or whoever it fucking may be, right? All these players that have got decent technical ability anyways, and he can't play a certain type of way and let it be, sustainable and good on the eye. You can't sit there and tell me, you know what? Even if he was to bring in Frankie de Jong, even if he was to bring in a bad boy winger, that's going to succeed anyway because it looks shit. It looks shit. And we're not scoring goals.
Or the players aren't that good to begin with. Which is
no. You know what it is, Monshare? This look, man management is a big thing at a big club, innit? You've got to handle egos. That is the requirement of a job, no matter what, right? When I tell you, Sancho, don't get me wrong, he hasn't proven it, but not many players has proven it at Man United yet. Am I meant to believe Sancho's shit? Go handle that personality. That's the way it was. That's the way it works. You have to do that. You've fallen out with the most professional man at the club in Varane. Yeah. I know he can't stay fit, and I do want to get rid of him. Don't get me wrong, due to his availability, something that Chelsea fans can't acknowledge with his own Reece James, because he's a Cobham man. But the whole point is, he's your best defender available. Let's be real, right? You get a Nana just to play long ball, make it make sense. I can keep going. Luke Shaw's comment. Don't get me wrong, I hear it. Where the fuck's Malacia at? If people know about Malacia, if you know. And all that kind of stuff. Kobe, even though he's young, you can still utilize him. Like, bro, there's bare different things. You're supposed to get the best out of your players, not destroy their confidence. because they question your decisions at times, you're allowed to do that as players. We all do it. Yeah, we do it with our own managers. You don't just sit there and be quiet if you're in a good institution, open and friendly in that. So that's what I'm trying to say to people. Like, it's such an arse excuse. It's not about, you'll chop and change it until we get it right. And it's simple as that. We can question the board as much as you want. You didn't need to get fucking Mason Mount. You didn't need to do it. That's your fault. You didn't need to go and get Anthony when Elise was right there who could do a job. And he was available, bro. And we was linked with him at that time. You chose to get 80 million. So this is down to him as well, you know. You got your players. Don't go like they ain't got his players. Because most of the team is his players.
Because obviously you spoke like great points, but you've also spoke to a point whereby maybe you should be considering the Marco Silvas and the Thomas Franks based on the criteria you just laid out.
What? I like Marco Silva.
I think he's done well. I think he bounced back. He lost Mitrovic. He's had bad runs and he's turned the team round. Before, when he was at like Watford and Everton, when he went on a bad run, he couldn't turn it. Like he just basically fell off a cliff. And he's learned. And I actually think Marco Silva's ready for the next step up. If he was Chelsea manager, like no offense to Poch, because I was looking at Marco Silva versus Poch when I was thinking Spurs might consider both of them. I think he'd be getting more out of what he's got because he's more pragmatic than Poch. And I think and people like Thomas Frank, he's not idealistic. Frank can play good football, but he'll low block it if he needs to low block it. And I hear it.
I hear it.
And maybe they deserve another chance.
I don't know what they're gonna be like with big club. Will I take a punt on it? Maybe. But I like Thomas Frank. The way he structures his team, I'm a massive fan of. But I don't know what. And the way he actually is with the media, he's a bit of a bitch at times. What most managers are. Look, I'm just saying this, innit? Since Ten Hag has come in with a much better squad than what Ollie did and all that, he has broken multiple records. 3-0 at Bournemouth. Bournemouth at home is the fucking final straw for man. That is embarrassing. That's Chelsea levels. That's mental, blood.
I mean, Bournemouth won 5 and 4 in the last 5.
No. I'm not trying to hear that, monster. They never scored even a goal at Old Trafford, G. Not one. Let alone 3.
Solanke. I hear it. All I'm saying is football is changing, and I think institutes like Chelsea and Man United are never going to find themselves in a position where they're going to give someone time because just the way the clubs are run. I think Jurgen Klopp was given a good 3 years. Arteta was given a good. Listen. Arteta was given a good 3 years. Ange Postecoglou is an anomaly. He's come in and done something that barely anyone does.
That's what I was saying.
Style of play. Like if we're talking about someone coming in and implementing their style of play, Jurgen Klopp was someone who done that straight away, but it wasn't as successful as what Ange was doing straight. Like in like Liverpool was still like like Liverpool was still like 8th or 7th. Like or like around third, like in fact, I lied. We were like 6th.
You were.
But I hear it.
We got to a final every single.
No, but months. You're being disingenuous though, yeah. Because
thank you. I know what he's gonna say.
Agree with you. You know about saying it. I agree with you, but these are extremes, man. Like you man are saying, time, we're in 14th or whatever. Like it's different.
Yeah,
like, I agree with you.
100%.
But it's just very different.
I'm saying even before Poch. I'm saying before Poch because how many managers have you had? You've had obviously you've had Tuchel and you've also had Potter as well. Fair enough, Potter was 11th when you got sacked. But you know when managers are like 8th, 7th, as Jay said, managers were still getting sacked, bro. Spurs are still sacking managers. As I still think that, unfortunately, managers do need time, but we're in like an era where you just don't get time, regardless of your CV. So if you're a De Zerbi and your CV isn't crazy, then people are going to go, why is he here? The job's still too big for him. If you're more of a seasoned manager like a Mourinho, they're going to say, this guy's got mad experience. Why the hell are we here? Get him out. So either way, you can't win. Do you know what I'm saying? It's about who's willing to ride the rocky wave the longest.
No. Yeah, but I've ridden that rocky wave, blood. Yeah, I've done all that. Wait. I'm one of the most positive Man United fans there. Yeah, with Ty and that. Ty's only positive. Yes, I am positive about my club, but I'm balanced at the same time. Exactly. Just because he worked out for Arteta, he didn't get spanked by his rival 7-0. I forgave that, G. He didn't get
They were,
fucked up.
they were 15th. They were 15th.
It doesn't. Yeah, it's a word of truth.
They were 15th.
It doesn't matter. I look at Man United, look at it as a bigger entity than Arsenal ever was, ever in their entire career. Yeah,
And that's why I said institutions. Hold on, that's why I said institutions.
Just because it worked out in time for Arteta, just because it worked out in time for the Klopp and all that kind of stuff, they got different boards and that, and also different structures.
You're right because I said instant.
Time doesn't mean it's going to succeed.
I said I specifically said institutions like Man United and Chelsea, not every team. I said because of the way your clubs are run. That's why.
No, I've had enough time. I don't want another Mason Mount at the fucking club. I don't want more bums at the club, G, that he's chosen. He chose Anthony. He chose Mount. The thing is, I like the Alessandro one, and that wasn't even his first choice to sign in. How about that? Yeah. I can name you bare. Most of Man United signings are not that good, bro. That he wanted. He got most of these guys. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think Man United's helped at the same time, but people would so allude into like, oh, these players are toxic. Bruv, you decided to nullify Sancho after he had a bad boy preseason, and people saying he was training the best, by the way. And yes, don't get me wrong, I don't think Sancho's helped himself. He has gone AWOL by himself. He wasn't doing what he was meant to do in his, let's call it the rehab stuff and all that. That's last year. But we're talking this year. He can't handle these people, bro. Casemiro don't even like him. It's bait. They question, they're like, what am I doing? Like, they're putting hands up in the middle of a pitch in the 60th minute. They are bums at United, but he don't help himself. I'm sorry, I can't forgive this guy. Like, it's done. 3-0 Bournemouth. That's it. What am I meant to... What's worse? 3-0 Bournemouth or 4-1 at Watford? Which one? Huh? Which one? 4-1 away, which was the last... I think it was 4-0 or 4-1, yeah? What was worse? That was Ollie's last game? Or is 3-0 at home against Bournemouth worse? Which one? Choose, please.
Probably.
I think the Bournemouth game. I actually think the Watford game.
Anyways, thank you. That's what I needed to hear. Because guess what? If I'm gonna hold the standard to Ollie, yeah, for losing 4-0 at fucking Watford and the players have stopped and all that. Don't get me wrong. I know these players are shit. And don't get me wrong. I think they're gonna get chopped and changed at some point. I do believe in it because I have to hope for it. Yeah, 4-1 or whatever it was. But 3-0 at home to Bournemouth. Fuck that, G. Why can I not hold Ten Hag to Ollie's standards? Ollie also finished second, by the way. He also finished second. Yeah? Didn't get a trophy, but I finished second. My man got third and a fucking energy drink cup. Don't get me wrong, great. But next season, fucked up. So why can I not hold it to the same regard and standards? Just because he's got a tactical brain and fucking Steve McLaren on his bench. Fuck that.
Aww. Anyway, Klopp sends shots to Caicedo and whatnot. What do you guys think of those comments?
I mean, he's right, isn't he? He's entitled to. I mean, like
we got lucky.
If Caicedo had gone to Liverpool, I mean, Liverpool are top anyway, so I guess it doesn't make too much of a difference. You might have conceded less goals, might have a slightly better goal difference, but I think if Caicedo had gone Liverpool, they would probably be looking for buying a left-sided centre back in January, and they'd be like, yeah, title. Like, as in, like, they'd be. I'd consider them, based off what I'd seen, the favourites to win the title going into the next 2/3 of the season. So I think it's tongue in cheek because he's basically Lavia and Caicedo. There's two options there that could have plugged into the Liverpool team nicely, and I think both of those players, Klopp's entitled to their first, their 12th. Like, I'd throw a little bit of shade if you both decided to go to Chelsea and now you're sitting in 12th. You're an idiot. That to me, you're an idiot. Like, and Klopp is entitled to say you guys are stupid because look at where you are now in your career. Look at where we are. Look at where you could have been. Look at what you could have won. So
Don wanted to tell me
spicy a little bit.
Jay, Don, do you remember that? Does anyone actually remember the arguments that me and Don had about the project and what was more attractive?
Oh yeah, I was there. I was there.
You guys remember that argument?
Let's not do this. It still makes sense what he said back then.
Oh no, of course, Ches.
Oh no.
I'm gonna back it. I'll back it.
He said no, but he said specifically, if I remember, Chelsea's project is way more appealing than Liverpool's project.
No,
and he said,
is he wrong because the players picked the Chelsea project?
That's what I'm saying. He's not wrong, is he?
That's
No,
what I'm saying.
but
It's a difficult one. It's like they're wrong
No,
for
but he's
thinking
not
it's more
on track.
attractive.
You're saying
But
this
the players
in
pick
hindsight.
the Chelsea project.
Let me explain why.
Let me finish off.
Let me explain why. Hold on.
No,
Because
you
Swag,
need to
this is
explain. What do
Liverpool.
you say we need to say? You're
No.
talking in
Let me
hindsight.
explain
Us, wait. You're talking in hindsight with us being in 12th, and you all said you didn't predict us to be in this position. This is an extreme. If Chelsea were doing what we should be
Even if he
doing,
was ninth, and
no,
eighth,
if we were
I'd
ninth,
still-
we wouldn't be in what 19 points. Have like what 20-something points? That's not that
Yeah,
bad.
bro. Even if he was eighth or whatever, I'd still have the same energy. I said, listen, I can see why you might think the Chelsea's project is more attractive and appealing. In my opinion, it's not, simply because of the way Chelsea are run. Whenever I've always said, and Kaz, quote me, hire and fire. How many times did I say that? These men are hire and fire FC. You stink up the gaff for 3-4 months, you're gone, or you're benched, or you're sold, or you're loaned. And if you're a manager, you're sacked. Yeah, I still believe that. I don't believe the Chelsea Institute has changed. I don't believe these guys are on giving anyone time.
Bro, we're full team, bro.
I know. I'm talking. That is the way I believe Chelsea will always be run, regardless of what people say. So for me, as an institution, as a Chelsea institution, as a young player, I would steer clear of Chelsea Football Club unless they are offering.
By the way,
astronomical.
just add context to this. Remember, Caicedo's agent said as well, he admitted that Liverpool offered this kind of more stable project than Chelsea. Just letting you know, just context.
Unless they are offering astronomical wages, I don't see how the project can be more appealing, simply because of how much Chelsea of a yo-yo club they are and how short-lived positive careers are at that club. Regardless, I'm sorry. So
no, but
me,
obviously, they would have known this, but the whole project would have been like, oh, we're trying to change that by investing in new man, making a squad that's young. I'm just saying what they would have said. I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
100. I know.
It would have gone months. Yo, if you join our team, you'll join Lavia, Enzo, you'll be on good money, start from fresh, and it hasn't ended up well right now. But I'm not going to sit here and say, like you man would say, oh, you might be finished. I don't think so. I'm here right now in the dark time, so when it comes back up, I'll be still here chatting.
I don't think you won't be like this forever. Like, obviously, you'll improve, because I think you can only improve from here. Let's be honest.
That's what I'm trying to say.
You will improve, but I'm just saying, for me, like, everyone was acting like this is Liverpool's done out here era, when realistically Liverpool are in a rebuild of our own. So just like Chelsea kind of restarting and resetting from obviously having an off season and having two other managers, Liverpool will also, this is Liverpool 2.0.
Yeah, it's true.
Henderson, these men are all going. You know, like that. Liverpool's midfield was up for grabs. I
thought you man were washed, Mons. I didn't think you guys could. I didn't think you guys would bounce back to these heights that you bounced back to and stuff. And one thing I just wanted to touch on as well was that with Chelsea as well, looking at what they're doing and the signings and things like that, you've got to look at the project and look at these young players now. The young players who will observe what's happened to the other young players. Do you know what I mean? So the players who've seen Noni Madueke go there, they've seen the Mudryks go there, they've seen the Enzos and Caicedos, and I think that's going to have a bigger impact now. If you're Nusa, yeah, if you're a highly rated 20-year-old, 21-year-old in world football, and Chelsea come knocking on your door, you're saying go away. Like, you're saying, like, please, like, not now.
How do we get Lavia and Caicedo then? Can you explain how we got Lavia then? How you got
Lavia?
We didn't pay him.
Basically, it was either go you or stay in the championship. So it was you basically offered a better project than staying in the championship.
Arts Monts, he had to choose. He had the biggest choice.
No. Caicedo's preference was always Chelsea. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Lavia's preference was Liverpool.
Then Liverpool went for Caicedo.
Yeah,
and then Lavia got convinced, as far as I'm concerned, by Joe Shields. Joe Shields, who's a big guy in your recruitment, was very pivotal in getting Lavia to change his mind / go there. But I also think Liverpool. I don't think Liverpool were convinced on Lavia for 60 million to pay that. Like, as in, because
they went up in their value. Bro, no. This is what happened. They were willing to lowball quickly. I know you got cut. They were trying to lowball Southampton. Yeah, it didn't bang. Then Chelsea was sniffing around. they upped their price even more to a point where they're willing to spend how much Southampton wanted in the first place. They didn't get him because they fluffed their lines and they tried selling him something, and Chelsea came over and said, bang, we'll get you in project, Joe Shields, whatever. The point I'm trying to make is, if we were so unstable, if Lavero was smart, he would go, Chelsea were 12th, they got all these midfielders, why am I going there? But I can get the same piece in Liverpool and probably win the league. But he still chose us. So there's obviously something in that. You get it? It's not going to he went for money, because he actually didn't, because he's not getting that much more than he would at Liverpool.
No, I think obviously you guys have got slick salespeople. Like obviously,
that's
Boehly,
my point. Is it in future?
Barley,
Don't be
these guys can
surprised
sell
in
a project.
January.
You know,
I'm saying don't be surprised in January if we actually get good players and we improve.
No. Listen, no.
I'm trying to say it's not as bad as like it is bad, but it's like money could be thrown. People can look at.
No, you're right. And other leagues, Chelsea are always going to benefit from cherry picking top players from other leagues who are young, because the wages they're going to be on, Chelsea can multiply them by 3 or 4 or 5. But what Chelsea has shown me is that they're not capable of selecting the right player at the right time and giving them the right environment to grow. And there's nothing you've done in the last 12 months that makes me think that that's going to get any better. You're putting a lot of pressure on Nkunku. You're putting a lot of pressure on Lavia. DM for a team that was relegated last season. Nkunku hasn't played in 6 months. Barely played just before that with another injury. I'm just wondering, if Nkunku doesn't bang, okay, now you bring Osimhen in. Okay, structurally, how does that affect the team? Which of these players who are going to be on the bench when you're not playing in Europe again next season? It's just a bit of a mess. And I think you're not even at the bottom in terms of the players being upset. Enzo, golden boy, playing at the World Cup. Are you telling me that come this summer, Enzo's not thinking transfer request?
Boy, as uncomfortable conversations, man. I'm saying what it is. That you man's project for me as for young players. Look at the likes of Amari Hutchinson. Look at the likes of, like, he's on loan and he's doing well. He's doing right on loan. But if he was still at Chelsea, he'd be rotting on the bench. Be rotting in that club. That club for young players is rotten at the moment. And the second, and it's mad. But
a small bit of Tottenham news. Destiny Odoji has just signed his death row contract at Tottenham, 2030. So that's good news for Tottenham.
Wait, was it an extension or like a 7-year?
He signed a new 7-year extension.
Long-term contracts? We're going to talk about that one.
What about Jay?
Yeah,
yeah.
How
you're feeling, yeah?
We're going to close it.
Chaz, you got me.
You got you, man. You got you, man.
I like the Chelsea model when it's a player I want to keep in my club.
Haaland's out for 6 weeks minimum.
What?
That's a game changer, bro.
Nah, you're joking. You're lying.
Source.
Hey, Monts, it's your league title, bro. You better run.
Hey, don't do that. Just don't do that. Let me deal with Arsenal. Let me deal with Arsenal on the 23rd first, please. Let me deal with them.
Man said his dad sold him on fantasy Premier League as well.
His dad swapped him.
Apparently, he's got a bad foot. Apparently, he's got a foot injury in it. He's got a bone stress fracture or something like that.
Maybe that's why he was scanning all them chances. Anyway, it is D-Day today. You have man. So, guys. You must